So you just bought your very first California Girls skateboard, and it looks a lot like this. A blank deck with no grip tape, no trucks, no wheels, no nothing. And you want it to look like this, a fully assembled skateboard with trucks and wheels and grip tape. Now if you're a new skater, you might not know how to transition from this into this. And this video is for you. I made it about, 2 years ago in 2007, along with Holly Lyons, who is the top female skateboarder in the world. And the video is called Learn to Ride a Skateboard. Now in the video we teach you all kinds of things, from learning how to keep your balance and do basic moves on a skateboard, to assembling a board and putting one together. But of course before you can assemble the board, you need to know the names of all the pieces and all the parts and all the components that make one up. So that's what this video is going to teach you.
So okay, here we go. We're going to see all the parts of a skateboard laid out. First is of course the deck or board. The next part is our grip tape. This is a nice sheet of black, simple, solid grip tape. Grip tape comes in lots of different colors, and you can use your artistic talent and cut out different shapes and sizes. Next up is a set of wheels. Oh, we need four, there's four. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. After the wheels, we have trucks. Trucks come in a set of 2, so we need a pair of trucks. There we go. After the trucks, we have some riser pads. They come in lots of different sizes. And after the riser pads, we have mounting hardware, which is how you put your skateboard and trucks together. Last but not least, we have our bearings that go in your wheels. And that's all the parts of a board.
Now the board or the deck is the actual wooden platform of the skateboard that you're standing upon. Now most boards come with 8 holes pre-drilled in them for mounting your trucks. In the front of the board, that's called the nose, and the back is called the tail. Now both the nose and the tail, as you can see, have a slight little upturn curve to them. And all like really good boards, they have a certain amount of concave shaped into the top of the deck, so they're kind of curved down. And the deeper the concave, the better your feet will stay on the board. Now many of the kind of cheap boards that you'll find out there, they're really flat, and they don't have any concave at all. Regardless of the size or style of the board, all decks have measurements for the length, which is the nose to the tail, the width, which is the distance from one side to the other, the wheelbase, which is the distance from your front and rear truck bolts, and a measurement for the nose, which is from the front truck bolts to the front of the board, and the tail, which is the rear mounts to the rear of the deck. Most decks are made of 7 layers of cross-grained maple plywood. And this makes boards that are very strong, and very lightweight yet flexible. Now they usually range from 29 to 33 inches in length and 7 to 10 inches wide. Now for streets and sidewalks, it's popular to use 7 to 8 inch boards, and for skate parks and ramps, best to get a little wider, say 8.5 to 10 inches wide.
Grip tape is a specially formulated sandpaper-like material with super strong adhesive on one side. And grip tape, once it gets applied to the top of your deck, it's like a giant sticker. And it's really gritty, which allows your shoes to stay on the top of your deck. There's lots of different brands of grip tape. Some are more rough, some aren't as grippy. But the more grippy it is, the better your feet will stay on your board. They all come in a wide variety of colors and styles, or they'll come in separate panels or pieces. And the really cool thing about grip tape is it allows you to totally customize your skateboard. I mean, people cut grip tape in different patterns, or do them in different cuts and designs, or put pictures or markers or anything you want to do. Don't be one of those skaters that just put solid black grip tape on your skateboard. Be creative and artistic like this. Try things out. Cut out some cool designs. Draw logos of your favorite bands. Really personalize your grip tape. Make it unique. Make it like yourself. You can even draw on your deck or put stickers on it or put clear grip tape on it like this. Give your skateboard some style.
Now we will talk about the wheels. Yes, no, not wheels. The wheels, what's the matter with you? Wheels, skateboard wheels. Even people who have never touched a skateboard know that skateboards have 4 wheels. And the wheels are made of polyurethane, also called urethane and nicknamed thanes. And they come in a variety of shapes and colors and diameters and durometers. The durometer of a wheel rates the hardness of the urethane. Now, durometers are rated with a numbering system followed by the letter A. The durometer ratings tend to range from about 60 to 100. The lower the number, the softer the wheel. For example, a wheel with an 80A durometer is very soft, and a 97A wheel is a lot harder. Soft wheels grip a lot better, and they're less likely to lose traction. Now, harder wheels are a lot faster, and they don't wear out as quickly. Softer wheels are typically used on rougher terrain, and harder wheels on smoother terrain. The diameter of wheels averages about 55 to 65 millimeters or so. The larger the wheel, the faster it is. Small wheels are more lightweight, but they'll get caught on rocks and cracks and things a lot easier. The width of the wheel is very important too. The skinnier the wheel, the faster it will be. The wider the wheel, the better grip and control you will have. Plus, when you ride skate parks, it'll grip the concrete better and your board will be less likely to slip and slide out from under you.
Every board has a matching pair of trucks. The trucks are what attach the wheels to the board and allow the board to turn. This part of the truck is called the base plate, and that bolts onto the deck. These two orange urethane washers are called bushings. Bushings can be replaced and come in a wide range of hardnesses and colors. Softer bushings let your board turn more easily, and harder bushings keep your board more stable. The nut at the end there is called the kingpin, and it's one of the most important part of your trucks. Adjusting the tightness of your kingpin will dramatically change how well your board turns or doesn't turn. Turning it clockwise makes the trucks tighter, and counterclockwise makes them looser so that you can carve and really turn a lot easier. This part of the truck is called the hanger. When you see skaters grind their trucks on curbs, railings, or on coping, the hanger is the part that is doing the grind. Finally, these metal rods molded into the hanger are called the axles. This is where you slip on your wheels and tighten them on with the axle bolts. Note that there are two small washers on each axle. One goes on the inside of the wheel and one goes on the outside of the wheel. Trucks come in a variety of widths. How do you know which ones to buy? Well, when your trucks are mounted on your board, the tips of your axles should be flush with the width of your deck. Some brands of trucks are measured in millimeters and others are measured in inches. So make sure that you get trucks that are the correct width for your board. If you lean your board too far when turning, the wheels will rub the deck and slow down or stop your deck. That's called wheel bite, and that's not a good thing. You don't want wheel bite. Your chances of wheel bite can be reduced a lot by using riser pads. They're either plastic or rubberized plates that sit between your deck and trucks. They come in a variety of thicknesses and colors, but the purpose of riser pads is just to reduce wheel bite and give your wheels some more clearance underneath your deck when you're turning. The more clearance that you have, the smoother that your turns will be. 9/16 is the average size, which is really good.
Alright, dude, next up is like the penultimate mounting hardware, you know? Like, hardware is like really cool because it like lets you attach your like trucks to your board, you know? So there's 8 lock nuts and 8 bolts, and make sure that the hardware that you get is long enough to account for the thickness of your deck and the trucks and the riser pads, because it can be really frustrating to find out you bought the wrong hardware and that it's too long or it's too short or whatever. So personally, I like hardware that has flathead screws. That way when you bolt them to your board, they'll sit nice and flush with the grip tape without sticking up at all or anything. Kind of like this image right here.
The final part of your skateboard are the bearings. Bearings get inserted into your wheels, and they allow your wheels to spin on the axle of your trucks. The better the quality of the bearings, the farther and faster your skateboard will roll. Bearings come in a variety of ratings, called ABEC ratings. The slowest bearings are ABEC 1, and the best are ABEC 9. The average is about ABEC 5. For a beginner, an average bearing will do just fine. So don't worry too much about your ABEC rating. All skateboard bearings come in sets of 8. You use 2 bearings on each wheel, 1 bearing on the inside of the wheel and 1 bearing on the outside of the wheel.